Hello, second grade. We're ready to start the second half of our drawing where we featured the artist William Johnson, and he was a Harlem Renaissance artist, and he did what we call American folk art. And so this is an American folk art drawing that we're doing. And last week on black construction paper, we did a draw along together, and you should have kept this so that we can finish it today. And today we're going to color it with, if you did it on white paper, if you didn't have the black construction paper and you did it on white paper, your regular crayons will work just fine. If you did it on black paper, your regular crayons will work. Your colors will not be as bright, so don't get discouraged unless you use the brighter colors like whites and pinks and yellows. Some of your other colors, the blues, show up. Sometimes they show up darker than they would on regular white paper. There are these things called construction crayons. Construction paper crayons. They're made by Crayola. You can get them at probably Walmart around here. And they are made specifically for coloring on construction paper. They give you really nice, bright coloring. Or if you feel adventurous, you can go to Hobby Lobby's and get yourself a set of Crayola pastels. And pastels are just chalk that have had oil added to them, and they're very soft and very rich. Okay, but it doesn't matter what you color with as long as you color it up and you enjoy the process. I can see right now that I forgot to put something right here, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to draw a little bit right here, and I'm going to put a rectangle. I'll put a rectangle right there. Okay, and then I'm going to put a couple lines like that. Okay, that gives our pots a look of a three-dimensional look. And you could start wherever you like. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to just start coloring these in. And I'm going to color right over the lines that I made. Okay, because when we're done, we'll go back in with our black crayon, and we'll go around it. We'll trace around everything. That'll give it that look of the American folk art, like William Johnson did. So one of the nice things about pastels is you can put color on top of color, and they blend because they're soft. The colors will blend together, and you can like make highlights and low lights or shadows very easily. Okay, and let's see, let's go into the daisy, whatever this you want to call this flower, and color that in, and let's make those petals. Oh, let's make those petals white. I'm going to color those white with my crayon. You can see I'm using different things. I'm using both the crayons and the pastels, and it kind of gives it a different look. The crayons don't spread as easily as the pastel does. You had to do a little more work to get the color on there. It's okay. Okay. And one more. And some of this space right in here between plants, I probably will give it a green color. Let's do the lighter, this one here. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about with the green color. Okay. And then I can go in with this other green color, which I just broke, and put it between the plants like that. See what I'm doing? Kind of filling in the negative space between them so there's not a gap. Let's do this one. Okay. It's kind of hard to talk and color at the same time, so I'm kind of just being quiet and coloring, and you can watch and then you can hit yours. Nice tall leafy color there. And then this is like a fern, so it kind of goes ziggy-zag lines. Okay. And I'm going to take my first organic shape. We've talked about how they were just shapes, and now we're going to turn them into flowers. I'm going to use nice orange color right here. And then I can take the darker color, put on the bottom. Like that. And then I'll add some detail in there. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and color the fill-in space. Okay. Now you don't have to choose my colors. You can pick any colors that you like for your flowers and your leaves. Just don't forget to put some details in there. I think I'm gonna add some and I might take a darker brown, maybe. That almost looks red. Add some dots in there. Okay. And let's see. Where's my orange? The flowers just seem like a good place to start and to kind of work from the middle and go out. That's just kind of my game plan here. You can start really wherever you want. I'm going to talk about the pot here in a minute. Let's make those a darker purple down here. You can see how the pastels show up nicely on the construction paper. I'm trying to go quickly. I like to turn my paper when I color. I don't, something with pastels is you get these little, I kind of, I don't know what you call it. You get little pieces of them all over the place. All right, so I'm going to talk about this pot real quick, and then I'll come back up here. The pot should be not a bright color. It should be a light color, but not necessarily a bright color. I'm going to make it a I don't know, tan, I think. Tan will be a good color for it. And my pastel's got some green on it. I must have used it on something with some green. Okay. I know I'm coloring over the lines, but I'll put them back in there. Okay, now I am going to put this color in this triangle that I made, but I'm going to do it real lightly, not as dark as the other. And then I'm going to take my white and I'm going to put, no, not that white. Let's use maybe yellow over top of it. So it's going to become like a reflection on my pot. Then I'm going to take a little bit of brown and I'll put just a little bit of brown right underneath and in this space here and right underneath the flowers. So it kind of looks like the flowers are shading it a little bit, and you might not want to make it so, there we go. Follow the shape that they make right there, and it gives it kind of a shadow. And then we could take a dark color, any dark color that you want. I'll do mine in black, I guess, and put my lines back in here so that I still have the feel of roundness. Okay, all right. And then for the background and the table, well, depending on whether you made it a table or if you decided to make it a floor, we talked about how this line right here gives you the illusion that this is a wall, and this could be a floor. Or it could be a table still with walls behind it. So you can make whatever color you want for your, I think before I do the walls, I'm going to go in and go ahead and take my black and go around my plants, around the shapes of my plants. So, because that's very much a part of what gives the folk art its style, using the bold, thick black lines around the plant. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to make some things like come out of those like that. And then I'll do the same for the other two. you go. You just turned your abstract shapes into a flower. Even though it may never find a flower that looks just like it, we have it now. Okay. All right. You don't have to trace it there. Okay. And I'm just going to apply here. There we go. Just like that. Maybe circle in there. Great. Now, this is a nice bright piece, and so I want my background to be a lighter shade of color so that it doesn't conflict with the brightness. So I'm going to do my background in blue, and I'm going to try to be careful around the black that I put in, or I will smear it. That's the thing with pastels. They smear very easy. They're very soft. So you have to kind of be careful when you're using them. It's like go right up to it, but not on it. Alright, get the other side. If you've decided that these are walls, like two separate walls, you could do each one in a different color if you wanted to, but do them in a light color so that they don't take away from your flower. So if you use like light blue, then maybe you could use I don't know, a light orange. That would look nice. All right, there we go. Now I just need to put in my floor, and I think I'm going to use gray. I have some gray. Maybe some gray. Yeah, that looks nice. black in here. There, and maybe I'll put a little shadow right down there. Make my little shadow right there. There we go. And there is our version of William Johnson's folk art. Okay, I hope you enjoy coloring and doing this, and I will see you next week. All right, thanks.